This little piggy went to the market, and this little piggy went home. And this little piggy had roast beef? Oh, whatever it is. And welcome people. Today we're going to do something really nice and interesting. We're going to take a look at a concept that was brought to my attention by Katla on the 7 Days forums. It's a very cute concept that was called the finger base. And what does this mean? Well, you have multiple fingers. I have 2 in front of me here. Only 2. I lost the rest of them to zombie bites. In a nutshell, it's using the zombie AI in a kind of funny way where they will path across even spikes and you can open and close the path by using doors. And as you can see, this is the general concept here. I'll go through this and leave a link to Katla's videos. Go check it out. It has a few different tests. But I'm also going to take this concept 1 or 2 or 3 steps forward to make it even more awesome. Actually, just a bigger build. But make it into a real horde base. So make sure you stay tuned. It's going to be a real fun ride here. So sit back, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Go check me out on Twitter, VeryBefore2 of course. Join my Discord. And if you're watching this, why not go check me out on Twitch as well? I do stream every week on usually Saturdays at around 11 a.m. EST. But let's get into how this works. So we have small platform with 2 vault doors, and it's important to make these ones fairly hard to get through because they will try to path across them these path here with the spikes, and if these ones are really weak doors, they keep doing that because they feel that the door is so weak that they don't care. So anyway, we have a ramp up here, stairs up, we have 2 layers of metal blocks here, and I have the same thing here, and these are the 2 fingers. I only have 2 fingers here. I have the metal spikes. You could use wood spikes. I just use metal spikes because they last a little bit longer, which is easier for me to test. And this is where if these blocks are, let's say, concrete, you could probably get away with just a metal door, but because these are steel, I have to make sure I have a steel door because the way the zombies do it is that they will calculate how long and difficult is this path with the door open or with the door closed. So how does this really end up? Well, let's show you. Let's get in a few cheerleaders. So you see the left one, the door is open and they all go to this direction, and there's a few dead ones. And that one got stuck there. Don't get stuck, please. And you see, this one tries to get up on this side because, well, this one is really stuck. Die then. And they keep bumping each other off because, well, they can't all fit there. And let's get a couple more ones. But they will keep going this way anyway because they feel that, hey, if I just get through these ones, I can then walk across these ones and get through here. Really cool, right? So what's the difference between a normal base? Well, let me open this one and close this one. Now I've made this path a lot harder because now there's all of a sudden this door here. And they decide, hey, all right, let me go through this one instead. If I go through here, I can then go through this open path. And I can basically play around with it this way. When I open and close this one, they will decide, okay, fine, this one is now easier. And so forth. Sometimes they do keep standing here because they're like, no, I'm pissed off. I don't care. I don't want to run this whole path. But generally, this is how it works. If I keep both of them open, let's see. They should just take any of them or whichever could be most damage, which could be maybe this one. And this is basically the concept. You control them by opening and closing these ones. So let's say they get through this one. Then they get through this one. And then they get through this one. So it falls through down and now they have a path and they will get through here. No, they won't because these are all spikes. Let's open this one. So now they have a path or they think they have a path. But if I take this one out, now this one is no longer a valid path because it's been broken. So they will go to this side. And if I put in some spikes, let me see, I get some spikes. Let me get some wooden spikes in this one now. And if I reestablish the path and I close this one, they should be coming back over here. Now you see this happens immediately. They decide, hey, no, this is now a good path. And I could even put some blocks here. Let's say I put some, not this one. If I start blocking this off, it will still continue to go through because, well, Glass blocks are not that difficult to bash through, but I have to make sure I have a path there. If the path is broken, they will not go here because they don't like to jump. And now, yep, now they're coming here and they're trying to go through this bulletproof glass. Now this one broke for some reason, so I reestablished. Oh, I think I was stepping on it, so I took some damage and broke it. That's really interesting, but you get the point. So while you can stand here and shoot them, that works pretty alright, but they will break through things, and you know, this is not a long-term sustainable base if it's just like this, because while they'll get through this one, they'll get through this one, and then, well, you have no way of avoiding the zombies, and they'll start bashing this platform. So let's improve it. Quiet, ladies, please, please. I'm trying to work here. I'm trying to make a video. Thank you. That's all. That's all as far as your participation. And the last one. Yep. Sorry. I'll see you guys later. Alright, so we're going to make this in a similar but different fashion. So, we're going to start off here by making the fingers. And we're going to make them, let's make them 5 high, just to give us a little bit of space on the base itself. And we're going to do them slightly like this. So, we're going to change the shape a little bit, because we want to, I don't want that one. We want to bring them in a way that we can easily shoot them. So, let's do this. And let's do this. All right, and then we're gonna have our stairway up and down here, mostly up. And let's get this way. Let's do this. Let's make sure we are. Hello, sir. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I know you want to be part. That's your 5 minutes of fame. And let's do this. And let's give them a way up just to make it a little bit smoother. So this is our basic finger. Now we want to delay them a little bit as well. And what we're going to do for that is that we're going to double up just a little bit, just like this, and we're going to take out a couple of these blocks. What happens here is that they will, actually I want to do this, and I want to do this, so they will run down here, have to jump up, and that slows them down, and so on. All right, so now we have this basic one, and because we want to make them stand here, so we're going to build this up 3 high. We're going to make it a little bit bigger here so that they get hit on the head if they start bashing it. And yeah, that's our basic shape here, but we don't want just one, so let me build up a second one. All right, we now have the 2 fingers, and of course I could make more. I could have on each side, but I'm going to just do this to show the concept. Now, so we're going to have the path here. So we're going to make it just 2 wide and 2 wide here. So we have a 2 wide path, and then we will have our platform. And the platform is going to be a pretty standard one, just somewhere where we can stand, and even better, where we can shoot, because that's really the aim here. We're trying to kill them and shoot them and not just let them break out things. All right, basic shape is done. Let's put in the vault doors. And actually, no, we're not going to put in the normal vault doors. We're going to do something that is a little bit more interesting. Away with you. We're going to use the powered ones. Why the powered ones? Well, why not, I say. And we then finish off with these poles, because we can shoot through the poles. So that's pretty convenient. You can use iron bars as well, but poles are a little bit cheaper to repair, so I prefer to use poles. And because cops now, as of 18, will vomit through them regardless, you know, you might as well just use the poles. All right. Looks good, right? Pretty good. Of course, you probably want to do all around here as well, so I'll do that separately, but just to keep it open for you to see how it looks. All right, we put in our generator. I'm going to put in, let's see here, my trigger plates. And why do I use trigger plates? Well, because I want to be able to move back and forth here. So let me connect it. We have the generator. Goes to, actually, let's put in a switch. Where's my switch? Here's my switch. Let's put the switch here. So generator to switch. I can lock everything if I want to. Switch to there. This to there. No. This to there, please. Yeah, okay. And we have the switch here to this trigger plate. This one over to this one. And if I turn this on, right, nothing happens until I switch off. All right, so now this one opens. If I move over here, this one closes and this opens. So I can do this automatically without having to really worry about turning anything on. If I want to close them both, I just stand off here as well. Pretty convenient. Let's put in a door and a ladder so you can actually get in here. You see, too high, you should be able to jump up. Yep, so now we can get in here. Always very important. And let's make sure we have some bulletproof windows so we can see out. And of course, we want to have a sunroof here so we can actually see the sun. Always looks nice. And then we can see if there's any vultures up there. That always helps as well. All right, all done. Of course, I am in creative because otherwise I would have to grind all this material, which no one wants to see me do. Thousands of minutes of me doing that. Okay, we are essentially done here with the basic thing. So let's turn this back on. Switch on. Let's do this. Let's see, we get in just a couple of Arlings here. And yep, they're going this path. And we can stand here and just take some pot shots. And of course, they will walk up here and pretty good, right? And I think if I have a sledgehammer, I think I might be able to. Maybe I can't. No, I can't reach. What if I have a spare? Maybe you need to have a spear. Stone, steel. Let's have a steel one. I just stand here. Oh, I can. This was not designed for me to stand there melee, but it looks like I can, and it does shut off though. Oh no, I can stand here. If they're just right, I can actually damage them. Okay. If I'm forward, I think it's a little bit easier. If you want a melee, you probably want to make it slightly closer, actually. Let's do that. Hold on. Alright, so just a slight change. So let me put in the cheerleaders again. I just shifted this one just ever so slightly so that it's one closer. And that one got lost. And I think that if I stand here, yeah, it'll close, but if I stand here, come on, hurry up a little bit. If I stand on this one, it's still open. And oh yeah, you can stand here with a spear. That works actually pretty well. The sledgehammer, you can as well. But only if they're like here. If they're a little bit further back, it doesn't work. So, if you don't make it too far, it works pretty well. Then you can even do melee. Oh, that's actually even better. That wasn't my original design, but... oh, set them on fire. Okay, so I'm going to fix that side as well. Alright, both sides look now the same. It's open, and I can do what I did before. I can get them over here. Let's see. Let's make sure they're coming over here. No, why aren't they coming over here? Oh yeah, now they are. It took them a while to decide that this is a better place. Alright, now they're gonna come here. And this one is a bit lost, but that's alright. Doesn't hurt. And I can stand here and do my attacks. And I think the last one is now deciding to come. Oh, okay, so this worked perfectly. With some headshot damage here, 50% decap. That'll be really good. Or stand here with your weapons and just take them out when they jump here. If you're a better shot than me, you won't even be wasting all this ammo. At least that worked. But of course, this is not enough. We need to do something else as well. So, we're going to do this. I'm going to put in a dart trap here. And 2 of them. I'm going to put 2 here as well. 1, 2. We need to add on some traps so that as they stand here, they take damage. And we're going to use a trigger plate on both sides, and of course you could use tripwires and everything. Again, I'm just trying to show you the concept. So now we have this one. Let's wire it all up to another switch. So from this one to the switch to this one, and this one to this one, and let's do this one over here, and this one over here as well. That's not all what I wanted. Your switch goes to the trigger plate. Trigger plate then goes to these ones. Alright, let's make sure I get it correctly. And let's do the same on the other side as well. Let's make sure we fill this up with iron darts. I wish you could make steel darts. That would be really cool, actually. And lock the ammo. So now, alright, let's just verify. We open this door, and we bring in a bow ferrule here. We see if he walks up here. Oh yeah. Make sure we... alright. Oh no, he has to run all the way back. Okay, come on. Hurry up, hurry up. We don't have that much time to waste. Alright, you see, he comes up here and... well, he falls down, which is fine. But as soon as he falls off, the dart traps stop firing. So He doesn't waste a lot of ammo. And there he dies. So they work really well. Let's see here. We used a few darts, but you know, that's what they're for. But we need to do this better. So it's time for... Right, we put one on this side on the inside, and we put one on the outside. So let's wire them up. Let's go from the switch to the middle one out. So normally you might want to have independent one, but it's just a little bit easier for me to build it. So I'm just going to do it this way. Normally I would have multiple independent ones, but just to show how it looks. Let's bring in a radiated one, just because she looks so cute. All nice and green. So she'll walk up and... Oh, and she's actually trying to... Why is she trying to go that way? Oh. That's actually not at all what I was anticipating. Is she seeing this one as a path? Okay, let's do another try here. I've made it slightly harder because I have put some steel blocks here. See if that can... Yeah, now she wants to go through here. I think that she decided that if I go through here, maybe I can do something else that is a lot faster than this. Maybe like she wants to jump over, but even that is really, really weird. Not really sure what she's thinking. Maybe she's thinking she can climb up here. Anyway, let's double verify that. We'll just get the female barrel here and see if she comes up. She should be taking this turn here and should get electrocuted. Yes, and taking damage. Perfect. This is really good. And of course, we need more traps. So we're going to put in some blade traps. Just 2 here. 1 on each side. Just head level so that when they come by here, when they jump up, they should start taking damage. And we are going to... Ouch! That's going to be painful. We're going to link that directly here. So they will be running the whole time. And that way. And now we don't have enough juice. So let's put in some more engines. Let's get a few of these ones. See, now everything is running really well. Okay, you want to be over here? Alright. Oh, it jumps up. And that one dies. That's fine. Oh, it's considered blocking. Oh, game. This is so annoying. Alright, slight change here because apparently the game decides that, hey, the blade trap. Yeah, no, you know it's there. Don't go there. Try to go under it. It's blocking you. So, fine. Come on, lady. We want to get you over here. Yeah. Yep. Alright, lady's coming over here. Now I remove the up and down, so she'll just walk past and she'll take some damage. She'll continue. She'll jump up here. She will... Oh, yeah. And there she goes. So we now have a bunch of extra traps. And oh, nice experience. And let's turn it today so we can see what we have accomplished here. So this is my improved finger base or toe base or whatever you want to call it. So there are 2 separate ways up here, and of course you could have 2 on this side, 2 on that side, 5 on this side, whatever. This shows the general concept. We have a path up. We have some blade traps which will take out some of them. They will slow down here because they can't run across because there's 2 different. If there's just one, sometimes they will actually run across. As they come up here, they will be standing on the trigger plate and they will get electrocuted either way. They'll take damage from the dart traps and they have a fair bit of steel to get through. Once they're through, they have this path by the wooden spikes and to get over and into your base. Now you have to make sure one of these is open, otherwise you never know what's going to happen. They might just decide to destroy anything. So keep one open. It's a perfect place to just stand there and take pot shots at them. One thing to keep in mind, the balancing between how many hit points the blocks have, the doors you have and everything can be a little bit tedious. I realized that if I build them absolutely identical, they prefer this side. So if I then take out the block here, or I change it up a little bit, then if I go back and forth, they will also change accordingly. So there is some preference for how they're walking. You see now this door is open. Now they're coming over here. If I go over here, they will then decide to go over there. They also decide that they want to try and get through here. Sometimes rather than bashing or going other directions. So that's something to watch for. As you can see here, if I was doing this again, I would make it a little bit wider so I can put in some arrow slits just to protect these ones, because obviously you don't want these ones to take damage. But anyway, it gives you the view of how it works. So now if I go back and forth, so do the zombies, and that's what you want to have happen, because that way you can control them. And here they come. So how would this look during a Blood Moon Horde? Well, let's find out. Let's do day 320, 2155, and my game stage is 525, and I have, I believe, 12 concurrent zombies. I don't want to do too much because it gets a little bit hectic to show, but let's see here. They should be spawning in real soon. Where are they? Okay, they're coming from this side. So I'm standing on, oh, you see me over there. They're choosing one way to get across. The blade traps are hitting them. They get up here, and dart traps as well. Interestingly, okay, so they actually want to go on that side, and alright, that's fine, that's fine. So the blade traps are doing pretty good damage. The dart traps are as well. Of course, now they're all nicely standing there, and let's get back into here. So this is where you can just stand here and shoot them. The blade traps definitely will keep doing damage to them. Not too bad. So let me see. Let's see. Let's assume that well, they should be worked pretty well. I mean, I could be standing here with, oh, let's take him out before he explodes. But you could stand here with your spears and just bash him. What if we go over here? Will that make them transition over here? Yes, it does. Yep, now they're coming over here. Some of them are still stuck over there, but that's fine. So they do go back and forth, and we could stand here and just use my spear. Of course, all these blocks are going to take some damage, but if you take them out reasonably fast, the damage will be, well, fairly minimal actually. Even if they take it out, you can just replace them or repair them. I think I can probably, yeah, I can just repair it as well. So that's no issue as well. And of course, if you want to just use an automatic weapon, that works fine as well. And of course, people have been asking, how does this work if you take off God mode? So now I'm taking off God mode, and it's exactly the same. It shouldn't be any real difference because I'm safe behind all my traps and inside my base. And I keep this open, stand here and attack, deal damage with my spear. And it's not an upgraded spear, and I don't really have any specific skills in it. You get a, let's take out him, all dead. Use your guns. Pretty nice, but what happens when one fails? So let's assume they go through this one, then they go through this one, and then they go through this one, and now they can get through here, but whoops, see what happens? The path is gone, and they were like, alright, I know he's stuck. Well, just a moment. Okay, now they go like, alright, this is the better path, so let's go over here. And if I then go back, and of course I can restore the path by doing this. So now they should be all transitioning over here again, and they'll be walking through these traps. So even when these ones are dead, or when these blocks are destroyed, they will be coming over here. They will fail because of, obviously, it's just some wooden spikes, and you can control them that way as well. Now, again, as I mentioned before, you probably want to split this, push them back one so you can put arrow slits, because they seem to want to get through and jump here instead. And he goes there. So let's say you take these ones out. Now, let's get rid of that bleed for a moment. Alright, God, I didn't have any bandages. So now what's happened is that there's no longer any path. But the zombies still want to go here because now it looks like just a normal kind of ramp base where they are jumping here to get through you. So they'll come up here just like before. They won't be pathing here, but they decide, fine, the best way to get from this location to this location is to jump. And that's what they're going to be doing. So you'll see these ones die. Okay, come on. All right, now you have the bug with it. Sorry, I'm carrying my flaming hammer, and that makes them actually set on fire as well. So they'll be jumping here. You see, interesting, this one got a bit lost. See, yep, now she decided that she'll rejoin the horde, and they'll be coming this way, and you can just stand and bash them. Bam! So even when all these paths break down, you can still fight here. And you want to reopen it, set this one here. Let's get this one here as well. That means that they should be... Yep, he's trying to get over again. Now, of course, these ones will break fairly fast, so you probably don't want to keep replacing them because that's fairly expensive. But you get the point anyway. You have the path or you don't have the path, and no path, they will jump. Normally, some of them, as you see, decide that, hey, what if I just dig down here? Do I get to China or do I get to somewhere interesting? And it seems to happen fairly consistently as well. Oh, and he died because you have the dart traps firing across. Police officers always spitting, vomiting, which we don't want. But it's a good place to just stand here and shoot. So this shows the concept of having the finger base that Catfly was doing, but also adding on traps to kill them faster, be it dart traps, blade traps, or electric fences, and giving you a good place to just shoot here. And oh no. There goes the switch. Make sure you protect your switches and your electric stuff. Not that it really matters because they won't be able to get through here anyway. I have some more ammo to keep shooting at. So looking at this concept of having a finger base, of having these... Oh no. Not a demolisher. You don't want a demolisher to blow up here because, yeah, that'll do a lot of damage. But anyway, based on this concept, how would you expand it? How would you use this way where they would path across or not path across, depending on where the doors are open, depending on where there are wooden spikes, and what traps would you put? Because you can definitely see, or I can definitely see myself just playing around with this whole concept, having not just two of these ones, but having multiple ones, such that you can control them going back and forth. And let's... He's going to blow up. Oh no. Well, better down there than up here. Hope you enjoyed this base concept. You see my hit points are going down. I am not healing myself, but I'm still alive. I'm still doing pretty good. And if you've reached all the way here, thank you for watching and make sure you subscribe. See you next time.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.